Hello, I am here with you today with another reaction video. So somebody had sent me this Dave Ramsey video and they wanted to know what I thought about it because there were a lot of things talked about in regards to credit cards and using rewards credit cards, and they wanted to know if I agreed or disagreed. So here we go, Dave Ramsey reaction video.
Diane in Arizona. My husband and I are in baby step 2 and are working hard to pay off our debt. The one issue we struggle with is not using credit cards. We use them to pay our utilities, groceries, and other monthly bills, but we never carry a balance. By doing this, we're able to travel for vacations for free using our points. What's wrong with doing this if we're not going into more debt?
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Dave Ramsey, he is a financial guru out there, and he's taught a lot of people about how to think more responsibly with their money and pay off debt, save an emergency fund, get their house paid down. But he's very anti-credit card use. He doesn't want you to use their credit card at all. He wants you to cut them up, boom, don't even touch them. And so this person is asking, well, why can't I do that if I'm using it responsibly, if I'm paying it off and I'm getting rewards points and I'm not paying any interest on it? So just to, start with that.
Age-old question, Dave. The age-old question. We've been exploring this topic on the fine print because it's one of the biggest objections we get here at Ramsey. People going, well, Dave, I pay off my card every month. I get some free stuff. What's the harm?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're getting a bunch of objections because exactly that. It's like, it doesn't make any sense to not utilize it if you can utilize it responsibly. Keyword responsibly. And it sounds like this person, they are utilizing it responsibly. So yeah, no crap. You're gonna get tons of objections about that if it's a little bit of a stretch and doesn't fully make sense.
So we should clue in Bank of America and Chase what portion of their marketing is working the best, and it is this crap.
The vacations, the
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, I like my points. I love my points. I actually just booked a whole trip full on points. Rental car, flight, points. Boom. And paid all my bills with the card, got the points. It was amazing.
One that's got people believing in stupidity still after all this.
It's really not stupid. It's it's I'll get there.
Time.
Yeah. And here's what happens, and you can listen to the true cost of credit card rewards. This is the second fine print episode that we released, and we dug into this with an ex-Capital One insider.
Okay, what did they say?
She said they run 10,000 experiments a year on people to figure out what's going to get them to spend more, to use the points. And one of the biggest ways they do it is through the points. Because you know how the points work. They don't say it's $500. They say you're going to get 128,000 points that you can use to redeem flights that cost $74,000. And the points change every day. And there's blackout dates and there's restrictions.
Okay, if you're smart, you'll know how to do the points conversion. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, that is how they market it. I get what he's saying. They market it to make it sexy and attractive because they want you to pay the yearly card fee and to pay them a bunch of interest when people that are irresponsible use their card and boom, yeah, you just used it, didn't pay it off on time in full, and you just paid them 24% interest. So I get what he's saying. I get the marketing angle here. They know what they're doing, but if you're just a little bit wise, you can see through all of that stuff. And there are plenty of cards out there that don't have expiration of the miles and blackout dates. Those are the ones I use. I don't use them if they have expirations and blackout dates on the miles. So there's plenty of options out there that do not have those issues at all.
And on top of that, the whole 2% cashback, that one is one of my favorites. Because you know what 2% of $1,000 is?
$20.
$20 to spend 1,000. And
it's 2% back. That's $20, but if you have a lot of expenses, that adds up. That's like a steak dinner at Ruth's Chris, like if you spend enough, you could have a nice steak dinner date every single month. That's nothing to ignore. Obviously the fee for the card has to make sense for the amount of rewards you're going to get. That's the math a lot of people miss. And that's what you have to make sure that you're being diligent about is, okay, this card has a $100 yearly fee. Am I going to spend enough to get that recouped plus some? If not, no, the card doesn't make sense for you. But hey, if you spend a lot of money and you can charge everything to the card and rack up these points, yeah, you could be buying yourself and your loved one a nice steak dinner or two or three or more. So the point is I think that balking at the $20, quote unquote, yeah, that's silly.
That's not a great deal.
So let me get this straight. If you spend $10,000, you get $200.
Ding, ding, ding.
That'll make you rich.
Yeah.
Spend 10,000, get 200. That's a formula for wealth building right there.
Yeah. This isn't about wealth building. I get what he's trying to do here, and he's trying to make it seem like, oh, everyone's all crazy about the miles and the rewards, but it's really not that much. But that's not the point. You know, the point is if you're going to spend money to pay bills and buy groceries and yada 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 and go out to eat and stuff, why wouldn't you want to get paid at least something back? I mean, that again, it has to make sense for the fee to for you to get enough miles to pay for the fee plus some, right? This isn't suitable for just anybody. And that's the key that you need to know here is that rewards credit cards are not necessarily suitable for everybody. But for a lot of people, they make a ton of sense.
We did an analogy.
Did you people go to grade school?
Listen, Diane, here's the thing. We did this analogy in the podcast about Chuck E. Cheese. Because this is what it reminded me of, Dave. You go to Chuck E. Cheese,
oh my
and
God,
Dad gives you a $10 bill, and you get these coins.
It's the claw on Toy Story.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you get your coins, and you're so excited to spend those coins that you spent $10 on, and you go and you get all the tickets, and you get 400 tickets, and you go to the table at the end of the day, and you go, wow, I can get any prize. And they go, no, you get sticky hands and a pack of gum. And you go, wow, I spent $10 for sticky hands and a pack of gum.
That cost a
okay,
quarter.
so he's talking about like if you spent unnecessary money, right? Then this is a silly strategy. If you're going, the Chuck E. Cheese analogy actually is terrible for this. This is about if you are spending money on this card, you should be buying your essentials. You should be paying your bills. You should be, things that you're going to be spending your money on anyway. Just because you have a rewards card doesn't give you that's not an excuse to just go out and spend frivolously, right? The idea is you stay disciplined and you spend the money on exactly what you need. And so that analogy doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, and you go, I got screwed.
Yeah, I think.
So here's the thing. I don't have big buildings, Dave. The credit card companies do. They're sponsoring every stadium in America, and they're doing it with billions of dollars that they're making off of the backs of these people who are...
They are making a lot of damn money. You can go in and look at the financial statements. They're making money. Yeah, that's true. But, and I have heard the argument that the cost for merchants to have to process these rewards credit cards is very high. And there is a cost to merchants to process these cards, right? However, it pales in comparison to the interest that the consumers have to pay on these cards when they don't pay it off in full every single month. So, technically the cost to process them are actually it's not that unreasonable. You're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4% to process a card. Of course, it depends on the card and depends on if it's international or depends on a few other things. But generally speaking, it's not, I run a business. I accept all cards, right? I actually run multiple businesses and I have 2 different types of merchant accounts and I see how they process these cards, and it's nothing that is killing my business essentially. And a lot of businesses pass that cost on to the consumer, and that's obviously not ideal. But this is where we're at. But what sucks is, and how they're making the money, they're not necessarily, they're making the money because of all of the very high interest rates that they are charging consumers, and a lot of consumers don't know any better, and they may not pay the cards off in full.
Or
Like
overspending.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the thing. To start with, you're not going on vacation for free. That is an absolute asinine, stupid statement. It is not true. You might have got your airline ticket for free, but everything else on the vacation was not free. So you're spending money and you're going on vacation when you should have been working because you're in debt. You're not supposed to be going on vacation when you're in debt.
Okay, this is harsh. This is pretty harsh in my opinion to be talking like this. If you're in debt, if you're in debt, okay, he's assuming everybody's taking a vacation for fun and they're, going on a cruise or they're doing this or doing that. But you can use rewards miles for multiple things. Say I have to go visit a family member because they're sick. Oh, I've got enough miles to get me there. Say that I have to go meet up with a friend because her family member just passed away. I can get on a plane and go. There are other reasons than just vacation to use rewards and get a flight for free. There are so many more reasons than just vacations. And even if someone is in debt, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be going on vacation. They need to obviously be aware of their spending, but I believe personally that you can't punish people, and people that are achieving certain goals and hit certain milestones, say they got their debt paid down to a certain percentage, or say they ended up making their first contribution to retirement or something. They increased their contributions from their paycheck or something. You want to take those wins, even though they're small wins, and you want to reward people for them. I don't think that, and it depends on the situation, it depends on the kind of debt they're in, it depends on the interest rates that's being paid on the debt, it depends on their income. I just think it's wrong to make a blanket statement like that, is what I'm saying.
We follow everything you say. No, you don't. You don't go on vacation when you're in debt, and you don't go out to eat when you're in debt. You work, and you work, and you work, and you clean your dadgum debt up. And that's the Ramsey plan.
This is why a lot of people aren't following him anymore. I mean, this advice is not practical. It's not giving you it's not bending at all. It's not very sustainable for somebody to live life like that, essentially. People need a break every now and again, and they need to definitely not feel trapped. They're not going to follow a plan if that's how they feel. They're not going to stick to it if they feel so restricted.
Plan. Now you can say you can go do your plan if you want, but don't say you're doing my plan when you're going on vacation, because it's just not true. And here's the thing. The arrogance that is required, the intellectual arrogance that is required for you to think that you are taking on billion-dollar companies who have algorithms that know what bottled water you drink, and you are somehow beating them, and you're fleecing them. You're getting an airline ticket, and it doesn't cost you anything. You really are pretty arrogant.
That's rude. I mean, I guess I'm arrogant. I mean, I'm fleecing them. I'm spending money on these cards. I'm getting the rewards points. I'm not paying a dime of interest. I mean, I guess I'm intellectually arrogant? Is that what he said?
To think that you're actually winning at this game. I mean, honestly.
I feel like I'm winning.
You understand honestly. That when Citibank, when you call them, your zip code is pulled off your NSX code, and the person answering the call, if it's a friendly call, is a person of the same accent as you. If you call from the South, you'll get a syrupy Southern Belle accent. And if you call from the wicked Northeast, you'll get a wicked Northeastern accent. These people screw with you on levels you have no idea, and you think you're beating them. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. So here's the thing. We did a study of millionaires. We studied 10,000 of them, 10,167. Not a single one told us, we became millionaires with our free vacation points.
Nobody is saying that that's the game. Nobody is saying that getting points for either cash back or points for miles to buy a flight. No one is saying that. No one. Everyone's just gaming the system or trying to game the system. They're not trying to get rich.
Because we ran all our utilities, our groceries, and everything else through a credit card, and then we went on vacation for free, and it didn't cost us anything, and that's how we built our wealth.
No,
Not one
nobody's
said
saying
that.
that.
Isn't that odd, Diane?
Because...
So here's the thing. People
Oh my God. Wow, this is really hard to listen to.
that ask this question are people that think they're beating the system. Let me tell you how you beat the system. You don't play.
Well, for most
Don't play in the
people,
system.
for many people, they should not be playing with the rewards cards game. Many people should not be using credit cards. That I don't disagree with. But if you're responsible and disciplined, there's a game here to play.
You know what it's like? It's like being a mouse in the maze, and you get to the cheese, and you think, I won. I got the cheese. And you zoom out, and you go, no, I'm just a part of a giant social experiment that exists to take my money. That's what it is.
Ooh.
So you can play that game, and that's fine. You can get your vacations, but I'm not in the business of trying to gain points. I'm trying to gain wealth. I want to complete the baby steps. I want to pay off my house. I want to give outrageously, and that doesn't happen by paying off my card every month and reaping the benefits of 2% cash back.
You know the Chuck E. Cheese thing's funny as crap.
The Chuck E. Cheese thing's funny. I disagree with that analogy. I didn't think it made any sense. I get what he was trying to do, but if you think about it rationally, you're not getting a credit card to spend extra money to get the rewards. That's not the strategy. So at least he finds it humorous.
Did a great job with the edits. We got the
This is
coin
like
sound and everything. You got to go
It's
listen.
come out of there.
I've
Skee-ball or
heard
whatever
enough.
it is.
I've heard enough of that. Look, Dave Ramsey's done a lot for a lot of people, millions of people. He's built an empire off of his advice. Okay. But I disagree very much so with many things said in this video. And I think the way that he had worded things, he worded them to kind of scare people off and make them feel, oh yeah, the financial system is screwing me, da-da-da. And hey, the financial system has its issues. And I'm not saying that these credit card companies are angels, because they're not. They charge people insane amounts of interest, and it's very predatory, and I disagree with it completely. Think it should be regulated personally. And so I'm not saying that I disagree with that, but I do think that some of the things mentioned here I strongly disagree with. I think that there is a system to game if with rewards credit cards if you're responsible, if you do the math and make sure that the fee that you pay for the card makes sense for the amount of rewards that you'll estimate that you'll get. You can do that math. You know how much you spend every single month. You can do that math and figure out how many rewards points you would get and if it would outpace the fee on the card, right? You've got to do that. That's simple planning. And millionaires are not using rewards credit cards to get rich at all. I've got over 1 million miles of rewards points, okay? I have been racking them up. They do not expire. There are no blackout dates. I can basically have free flights for quite a long time here. Like I said, I just booked a free trip, right? Free rental car, free flight. Didn't pay the credit card company a single penny of interest ever. I pay my yearly fee, but my rewards points that I accumulate outweigh that greatly. So it makes a lot of sense for me personally. It doesn't make sense for everybody. But I think that obviously on this one, I disagree pretty strongly with what he's saying. And I'd be curious to hear what you think. I know this is an inflammatory topic. Some people are for them, some people are against them. What's your experience, with your rewards cards? Tell me in the comments below. Very curious to hear about it. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what you thought about this. If you want me to do more videos like this, I can pull different clips and do the same thing with other content. If you've got something that you saw that you want me to respond to, please send it my way, support@shetalksfinance.com, or you can hit me on social media at She Talks Finance, or put it in the comments below and I'll find it. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.